Hi everybody, it's Kathy here, and I have another collection of bases that I'm preparing for All About That Base No Trouble with Ginger's Hop in November. And the first one, I'm using stripes in different ways, and I'm pulling it together with a sort of monochromatic sort of approach to the layout, using up scraps that I have in my stash sitting around in my container. So I first of all am allowed to have a base. That's part of the rule. So I found this base, and as you can see, it's a little bit worse for wear, but that's okay because it's going to get covered up where it's the most trouble. And I'm just going to trim this one down to a 10 by 8, I think it is in the end. Oh no, it's probably more like 10 by 8.5. So I'm just going to put that bit there. This black and white stripe is going to be the contrast to the yellow and white stripes. And then I also have this black and white geometric one here, which I'm going to throw in as well. So I'm going to put these all off center so that they go fan across the layout. I don't know why in particular I've done that, but I think that looks effective enough. That could be a single photo, could be a double photo. I'm not too sure how that's going to roll until I sit down and play with it later on in the month. So I'm just going to take this one into place because I know that's going to be covering up there, that bottom left-hand corner where it's all a little bit mushed up and squashed up from being moved around quite a bit. That's a great way to cover up where your papers are not necessarily being well looked after, like me in this case, because I think I've pulled it once to be a base and then didn't use it, and then it's just sat in a pile and been shifted around a few times. So then I'm going to add in that geometric one first, which I am putting to here on the side. That's now fanning across to the whole side of the page. And then I'm adding in this one. And I do have that great image on the other side of this piece of cardstock that was left, but I'm going to go with the black and white stripes for this. And then I have got these two pieces here that I'm going to incorporate, and I think I'm just going to trim them down and make them into a square, which I can then cut into photo corners, which will become features on the layout. And that's topping there and down the bottom here, or maybe up there, not quite sure. I'll play around with it. I've got this other black and white piece here, more stripes, and that's what this one's all about, is about the stripes. So I'm going to put this as another aspect of the photo corner, and I'm going to see where they best sit. And I think I'm going to go like this, so that they're there. And I'll just play around with it until I'm happy. Now I think I've put it down there in the bottom corner. Okay, so now I'm happy with that. I'm going to adhere those into place, and I'm going to use tape to do that. These ones I'm going to make as open-ended because I might want to tuck things into them. So I might tuck clusters in, I might tuck photos in, I might tuck quotes in or tags. Not sure yet, not really sure how this is going to turn out on a full layout, but I will work it when I get to it. So I'm going to leave them all so that I can do tuck-ins. Oh no, actually I'm not. I'm going to leave that top. Obviously I'm thinking that that top one's going to stay as a permanent with nothing going into it. So I'm just going to fix that to the corner there. And that ties all the black and white right across the whole layout. And I've done the same again with this other top one. So obviously in my head I'm thinking I'm not going to put anything. If anything, it'll sit on top of, not tuck in under. So that will probably be a design element when I get to the final layout. So that sits there. So now I have my 3 corners. So that's my visual triangle already established. And I have that one down on the bottom there, which could be a photo or it could be a quote. All right, moving on to base number 2, and this time I'm using complementary colours. So I've gone with a green base here, and then I'm using ombres of the orangey, red and yellows together. So I found this strip here that I've had sitting in my scrap tray, I can tell you, for about, probably 4 years. And I'm just going to use that. As you can see, it had strips across the back that I could have been using, but I'm decided to go with the B side. And it's a bit tropical-y, which is good, which means it'll probably be a summer layout or maybe a cruise layout. I'm I'm going to put across a horizontal band there, which this one I can tell you I have not used this paper for when my kids were little. So that's how a long time. That's been sitting in the scrap barrel for a long, long time. And finally making its way back onto a layout, which is amazing. So I'm glad that I'm able to do that. And I'm going to just put that in the middle there, breaking up all of that pattern with a little bit of plaid or gingham or checks, as you'd like to call it. And I actually do think I might shift it up higher there. So, and then I'm going to have an ombre piece here, and that's going to filter with the colours, which is nice, bringing the yellow down into the cream. So remember, we always need to complement, and I think this is a bit of pink fresh left over from a Pink Fresh Friday. And so I'm putting that there into the left-hand side more than the right. And then I have a branding strip which has the same ombre colours, and I think I'm going to use that there down the layout just to draw the eye and be a focal centre. And then I am going to just leave an edging around the top and bottom, as you can see here. And that is basically the preparation of this base, and it, as I said, is likely to be a beachy type one. It's likely to be something, who knows, maybe from my cruise with my daughter, maybe just a family beach day, I'm not too sure, but that's where that's likely to end up in my layout collection. So that's base number 2. Oh, and base number 3, we're back to some more Christmas. Who doesn't have Christmas scraps lying around? These ones have been sitting, like I said, in my tray for a long time, probably 3, maybe 4 years since I've used part of this paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the green as the bulk. I'm going to put some of the dots in, and I could use the pattern side here with the presents, but I actually like the green and the effect that gives to this layout. Now, I do have this strip here from one of my, I'm pretty sure it's a Romanesque, I'm not too sure, but I really want to be able to use it, so, but it's not fitting for me, so maybe when I get some photos I might be able to put it in there. I'm not too sure yet, but I'm going to use the pieces that are a little bit more rougher because they've been treated a little bit less carefully, and I'm going to cover them up. Now, I could turn this many ways, this layout, to make it fit on my choice of photos. So this is one that's very, very different and very versatile for however you choose in the end to layer it up. So I have basically used some horizontal or vertical, depending which way you layer it, strips of the colour, and that builds up the basing. And then, oh dear, didn't actually fit properly. So I'm just making sure that I do have it straight. There we go. And then I'm going to use the stripes here to go across there like a belly band. And I'm just going to trim that down because that's too wide. So I'm going to strip that down a little bit more. And I'm going to put that across the middle there. And that's going to tie the two lots of colours into play. So I've got the dots there and I have the green dot base. And those colours tie that together. Now, I have this strip and I'm not going to waste it, so I think because it is 2 inches wide, I'm going to be able to cut 6 of them. And if I cut 6 of them, I'm going to turn them into, I could do it as another striped banner like this, but I think I'm actually going to make them into fishtail banners. So what I do is fold it in half and with my scissors just trim it into a fishtail banner like so. And that's an easy fix there. And that's going to add another little bit of interest to it. Like I could either have it as a banner or I could have it as flags. Photos are either going to go over the top or underneath it. Or if I go to the side, it'll go down it. It just depends how my photos are facing when I choose the ones I'm going to use on this layout. But I'm going to add that here by putting in first my main strip because they're all going to go across there. And then I'm just going to tuck in some vertical tape just so that they fit in. And I'm just going to follow it right across. Now, as I lay these down, for some reason, now you know and I know that it's 12 by 12. And you saw me cut it. from a 12 by 12, and it was just slightly under 2 inches, and that's perhaps why it doesn't actually line up totally all the way. And there is a little bit of a gap between some of the banners, you'll see when I put this all finished together. So I rearranged the banners a little bit so that they've got a little bit of a gap between each of them, or a few of them, which isn't a problem because I know that I can cover that up with photos. So I'm going to actually now realize that it's not right, so I'm going to move it so that I can bring it in. And the best thing about that is usually that optical illusion that has created by that banner and the gold and the 2 different colors. It actually creates like a 3D effect, which is very, very thing. So here's another base. I have a space, I'll cover it with a photo. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check back when I do the layouts. Full playlist of everybody's down below. Same with my next recommendation. Happy scrapping.